Hey guys, it's Dale from LUXBMX here again with another product video. Today we're going to be looking at pedals and all the things you need to know before selecting the new pedals for your bike. So firstly, we're going to look at the Odyssey triple trap pedals. They're an old school style pedal, so they're designed to suit a one-piece crank. They come with a 1/2 inch spindle, so these aren't going to work with your modern 3-piece cranks. They're only compatible with a 1-piece crank. Next, we go to something like the Fly Rubens. These come with a 9/16 axle or spindle. This is what you're going to need for any modern 3-piece crank. They'll generally work with any brand. They're all going to be the same size. The next thing you're going to want to look at when you're selecting your new pedals is going to be the material that they're made out of. So we've got two options. You either have plastic or alloy. The first option is going to be alloy. So for someone that say rides a lot of dirt or is looking for a super grippy pedal, isn't doing many grinds or that sort of thing, alloy is going to be the way to go. They're going to be a little bit heavier than your plastic pedals will be. However, they're going to offer you a lot of grip and they're going to be really long lasting. The next option is something like the Odyssey Dugan V2s. These are a PC pedal. They're going to last fairly well, still not as long as the alloy pedals due to the fact they are plastic and will wear down. However, they're a lot friendlier on your shins. If you're someone that doesn't like to wear pads under their jeans or likes to wear shorts when they're riding, not going to do quite as much damage to your legs. Another thing that we need to take into account is the bearing style that they use for the different pedals. So the triple traps that we have here use a loose ball style, old school style sort of bearing. Not quite as smooth as say a sealed bearing will be, but is still going to be long lasting and is relatively easy to service. Then we go back to the Fly Rubens. They come with a sealed cartridge bearing at the end and a needle bearing at this end. It's going to be a super smooth pedal, super long lasting and very little maintenance. In the event that you did have a bearing blowout, you can get replacement bearings to fix the problem. Lastly, we go back to the Dugans. They are a bushing style pedal. So they have no bearings at all and they use a plastic bushing instead to allow the movement of the pedal. It is something that starts out quite stiff, but as you wear them in, they'll loosen up a little bit and spin a little bit more freely. Definitely some benefits to that. Super simple design, no moving parts in reality apart from the spindle inside the pedal itself. Other than that, there's not a whole lot you need to look at. Pedal shape as well as size. So if you're someone like myself, I have a smaller foot, I can get away with something like the Rubens, which have a smaller pedal body as I don't need the foot space. If you say someone that's got a bigger foot, you're going to be going for something like the Dugans that have a comparably larger pedal platform. The last thing that we need to look at is going to be the tooling required to install your pedals. So something like these Dugans uses a 17mm spanner area at the end of the spindle, and that's what you'll use to install them. It does also have a 6mm Allen key in the end of the spindle, so on the off chance you don't have a 17, you can use an Allen key to install them. The Rubens are fairly similar, have the Allen key in the end. However, these use a 15mm spanner, same as what the Odyssey triple traps will use. Really common sizing for pedals. Majority of them will generally be a 15mm. Lastly, you'll have something like the eccentric pedals, which I personally run. They are a new design of pedal where their body is a lot closer to your crank arm, which helps with your foot placement. So for people like myself, smaller rider, it helps keep your feet that little bit close together, which can be beneficial. Also, I do a lot of pedal grinds. If you like doing crank arms on rails, having less of a gap between your pedal body and the crank arm is going to make those feel a lot more locked in, and it's just going to be a little bit more comfortable. With those, the only way to install them is going to be a 6mm Allen key through the back of your crank arm. If you have any further questions about pedals or need any information to help pick out a new set for yourself, please feel free to shoot us an email to help@luxbmx.com. Thanks.